A soft glow from a laptop screen illuminates Jamie, a 16-year-old teenager, as they sit alone in their dimly lit bedroom. Frustration builds up inside as they scroll through social media, seeing the countless posts and pictures of their classmates. One face stands out: Avery, the classmate who always seems to be liked by everyone. Jamie feels invisible in comparison. The idea of creating a fake online profile suddenly pops into their head, a way to anonymously release their pin-up feelings. The camera follows Jamie as they nervously start typing, creating a fake account with a random name and picture they found online. Jamie looks at the blank profile and hesitates, but then types the first hurtful comment on one of Avery's posts. It's small, almost harmless, but it gives Jamie a strange thrill. Days pass, and Jamie becomes bolder. The fake account comments more frequently on Avery's posts, spreading subtle insults and sarcastic remarks. Jamie notices that other people begin to like and join in on these comments, making the fake profile seem even more legitimate. The camera zooms in on Jamie's nervous satisfaction, not yet aware of the damage being done. A split screen shows Avery on the other side of the computer screen, staring at the comments with a sinking heart. Avery's face is pale, eyes scanning the hurtful words as doubt creeps in. Meanwhile, Jamie sits oblivious, thinking it's all in good fun. Avery's friend texts, asking if everything is okay. Avery responds with a brief, "I'm fine," even though it's not true. The camera shifts back to Jamie. At school, they notice Avery has become quieter, more withdrawn. Instead of guilt, Jamie feels a sense of power. They never expected this much control over someone's emotions. Yet a part of Jamie wonders if they've taken things too far. Jamie is at their computer again, staring at the fake profile. Notifications are popping up, with new comments from other classmates, some even worse than Jamie's. Jamie scrolls through, realizing that the account has become something darker than what they intended. The comments have spiraled into something crueler than Jamie ever planned. A series of posts from Avery appear on Jamie's feed. Avery isn't posting the usual upbeat content. Instead, it's more cryptic, more guarded. Jamie starts to see hints of sadness, and it stirs an uneasy feeling in them. But they still don't stop. One evening, Jamie overhears their parents discussing bullying and its effects on teenagers. They mention the tragic stories of students driven to drastic measures because of online harassment. Jamie tenses up. They know the fake profile has become a form of bullying, but they quickly push the guilt away, thinking it's just words. Jamie attends school the next day, where Avery's absence is noticeable. The classroom feels quieter without Avery's usual laughter. Whispers circulate about Avery not feeling well or possibly being sick. Jamie's stomach knots, the realization sinking in that this fake profile may have played a part in Avery's disappearance. That night, Jamie sits alone in their room. Their phone buzzes constantly with updates from the fake profile. They scroll through it, seeing the ripple effect of their actions. More classmates are commenting, spreading rumors and lies about Avery. Jamie's sense of control is now lost, and they feel trapped by the chaos they've created. Jamie attempts to delete the fake profile, but hesitates. Deleting it now feels like running away, avoiding the mess they've made. But keeping it up feels even worse. Jamie stares at the screen for what feels like hours, unable to make a decision. The next day at school, Jamie notices a shift in the atmosphere. Students are talking about Avery again, but not in the way Jamie had hoped. Instead of whispers about Avery being perfect, people are talking about the toll the online bullying has taken on them. Jamie's heart races, feeling the full impact of their actions for the first time. Jamie sees Avery's close friends gathered in the hallway, discussing how Avery has stopped coming to school. They mention how Avery has deleted their social media accounts, unable to handle the constant harassment. Jamie feels like they're suffocating in the hallway, caught between shame and fear of being found out. At home, Jamie avoids their computer, but the weight of the fake profile still looms large. They turn on the news to distract themselves, only to see a segment on cyberbullying and its effects on teenagers. Jamie's guilt deepens as they watch interviews with parents who have lost children to online bullying. They realize that this has gone too far. Jamie decides to stay late after school, sitting alone in an empty classroom. The silence is almost unbearable. Jamie pulls out their phone, looking at the fake profile again, and finally deletes it. The relief is fleeting, as the damage has already been done. The camera shows Jamie's face, drained and full of regret. Despite deleting the profile, Jamie can't shake the feeling of guilt. In class, they keep their head down, unable to make eye contact with anyone, especially Avery's friends. They overhear one of Avery's friends saying that Avery is considering transferring schools. Jamie's parents are now more vocal about bullying, especially after hearing more about Avery's situation from other parents. They ask Jamie how things are at school, but Jamie brushes it off, trying to hide their internal struggle. Jamie knows they can't keep this secret forever. Jamie walks past Avery's locker, which now stands empty. The sight makes Jamie's stomach drop. It feels like a symbol of the damage they've caused. They reach out, almost touching the lock, before pulling their hand back. The guilt is becoming unbearable. Jamie's friend, Luke, notices something is off. He asks Jamie if they know anything about the bullying that's been happening to Avery. Jamie freezes, unsure of what to say. The tension in the conversation builds as Jamie deflects the question, feeling the pressure to confess building. In gym class, Jamie overhears a group of students talking about how Avery is leaving for good. The reality of Avery's departure hits Jamie like a ton of bricks. The weight of their actions feels more tangible now, and they start to realize that disappearing without consequences isn't an option anymore. That night, Jamie finally sits down to write a message to Avery. They type and delete multiple drafts, unsure of how to apologize for the harm they've caused. Every version feels hollow, inadequate. After hours of trying, Jamie shuts the laptop, feeling lost and unsure of what to do next. The school announces a special assembly on bullying and mental health, mentioning the recent events without naming names. Jamie sits in the audience, heart pounding. As the speaker talks about the impact of cyberbullying, Jamie feels like every word is directed at them.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more fun songs as well as interesting and enjoyable stories.